You are with the Skeinz Diaries. It is episode 260. Look at that, 260. July the 3rd on a Monday. A rather chilly grey Monday here in Hawke's Bay, but it is winter after all, is it not? Welcome along to the Skeinz Diaries. And a little bit windswept, as you know, on the Mondays, get quite busy. Had a huge weekend away, Capital Fibre Fest. So I'll give you a bit of a roundup on what happened down in Wellington. Had a great time down there, and I've got some new yarn to show you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome along. Come on in. Yes. Firstly, I have to say, Zoe and all the team at Upper Hut Spinners and Weavers, you ladies and gents rock. Absolutely rock. You're amazing. Capital Fibre Fest, like Woolfest in Auckland, I love them. They're two of my favourite events. They're so well run, and they're just incredible. Really have such a great time. The venue, they've got such a good venue in Wellington and Upper Hut at Te Whaitonga, which is this beautiful big gallery and event space. It's easy to get in and out of. It was just wonderful. And so for those that went to the event, or if you'd seen the posts that I popped up, it was, I knew I was going to be busy. And when I designed the promotion that we were going to have, so I always say to Zoe every year, what would you like me to bring? And she says, look, our people love good value. They love a promotion. I said, can you do that? No worries, Zoe. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That for you I can do. And because I knew I was flying solo this year, because Claire, who usually does Wellington with me, because she's got family nearby and she loves going down, well, she's on holiday herself. So she wasn't here. So I knew I'd be doing it on my own, which was fine. So I designed the promotion, the Pakorama, so it was easy for me to execute on my own. It appears that you guys love Pakorama, because Pakorama went Packer crazy. So online, so we did have two lots of the promotion, both the Flight Natural 4-ply and the prints. And we only had, look, to be fair, everybody, we did, and I think I said this last week, we only had a finite amount of everything. So that all just evaporated online. Like, I think pretty much nearly all of it was gone by 9 a.m. And so at the event, I kind of knew that I'd be busy. Zoe very cleverly popped me up in the back corner on the back wall. So then everyone sort of had to sort of filter on in, and it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. There's everyone that purchased, thank you. Secondly, everyone was so patient and fantastic and lovely, and it was wonderful. And so I cleared all the roving. The roving is gone. And by 9 minutes past 1, I was done and dusted. I didn't have a single thing left to sell, except my smile. And so I ended up literally sitting, my cousin, bless her heart, and her girlfriends came along to do some shopping. So I ended up sitting with my cousin for about an hour and having a good old chinwag and a catch up with her. It was amazing. I've never completely sold out. I've come close. I came close in Auckland at Woolfest. I only came back, I think, with half a carton of yarn there, and I sold out of most of it. I only came home with a little bit of Highlander Heather. No, a few prints. That's all I came home with. This time, nope, gone. Gone. So I think all the prints with me were gone in the first half hour, and then it just essentially just swallowed out from there. So thank you so much, everybody. The good news is the prints. I had lots of really good feedback on the colours of the prints. You guys loved the prints and you love the colours. So the good news is if you liked those colours, we actually did what we call a ponyback dye run with those colours. So half of it went onto the base that you purchased, the 100% wool DK. The second half of the batch through the tunnel actually went on our Orb DK base, which is shrink-treated merino. Utterly beautiful. On that base, the colours are intense and rich and unctuous and vibrant, and they are gorgeous. They are all currently with Steph being photographed, and I will have those for you later this month. And the reason I'll have them for you later this month is July is Midwinter Stitchmas. So we're going to say our theme for all of July is Midwinter Stitchmas. It is going to be our theme in the speakeasy, and we are going to have a series of rolling promotions happening this month, all different little quirky things. Some of them will be promotional, some of them will just be new yarn, but July is going to be a celebration of loveliness, and obviously we kicked it all off at Capital Fibre Fest. So Midwinter Stitchmas is back. And you know what? I should have stopped and taken a photo. When I drove back home yesterday, I drove through Greytown, and Greytown do this midwinter Christmas. And they'd obviously put all the decorations and stuff up over the weekend, because when I drove down on Friday, they weren't there. When I drove back, the entire town looked like a Christmas winter wonderland, and it was beautiful and amazing. And so this is going to be, our midwinter Stitchmas that we're going to do here. So I've just put them live now, and I'm going to pop them in today in the newsletter. Oh, hello, Bernadette. Oh, I have to thank Bernadette. Bernadette bought me a coffee. Right, I was gasping, wasn't I, Bernadette, when you bought me that coffee? I was seriously gasping. She bought me a coffee. I was like, I was so slammed. So thank you for that coffee. It kept me going for the rest of the day. So I've just put live, and I think I showed you guys this the other day. The Mahana Naturals. They're out in the shop. We've got a display in the shop. We've got a beautiful sample knitted out there from Deline, which is divine. Actually, I'll do it this way around, and then that way we can see the differences in the colour. I just grabbed the DKs. So those are the new naturals. Now, I am waiting for some more of the cream, the light cream natural as well. That is imminent. So hopefully, and then that means that we will have 5 natural shades from light cream to this beautiful sandstone, which shows actually a little lighter there. It's more of a rich, fawny taupe. We've got this one here is coal, which is, as you can see, it's like it's the darkest brown, it's like a dark, inky, chocolatey, ganache, dark chocolate brown. Warbler, which I have to say, this is my favorite color of them all. This is Warbler. This is a beautiful mid-brown, but it's got all of these, and you hopefully you can sort of see it, because these have been blended, so they're not dyed. There is just these beautiful little highlights and lowlights in this, and it's the most beautiful, rich, warm, biscuity color. It is utterly lovely. And then there's Iron Sands, and Iron Sands is a classic natural black charcoal. So this is undyed, completely undyed alpaca black. And the Iron Sands, we called it Iron Sands because you can see just little flecks of lighter shade through there, just with the under hairs. It's just divine. So the boys have done a great job with these. So they're all completely natural, completely undyed. They're stunning. So if you're wanting to do some colour work, a natural colour work, then these are the yarns for you. The best part about these yarns as well is that obviously they work with everything dyed in the range. They look great. I mean, oh gosh, they look great with the Mohua, the Totoki. They all work so beautifully together and look fantastic together. And they are in 4-ply as well. So we've got them both in DK and 4-ply. And the 4-ply works so fantastically for shawls or lighter weight projects. And and you can mix and match with both these natural colours as well as the dyed range as well. So those are now up and live, $8.95, which I just think for pure alpaca. And actually I can tell you that these are straight alpaca. The label may say that there is a little bit, it's 10% wool on there. I think that may even be less than that, but it's just that we use the same label just to keep things simple. Not waste the labels, I won't waste the labels, but they're beautiful. I'm really, really thrilled with them. And we've been wanting to do these for ages. So Peter and I finally got these into production. In fact, we got these started into production when the dye house was out of commission. We had, fortunately, the fibre. This was some of the fibre that didn't get caught up in the scour from hell post-Gabrielle moment. So we had the fibre, and so that's why we've got these now, is because they managed to come through. And in fact, just holding these up to my love note, which, oh, look, I threw this on this morning. I've been running around. Look, yeah, as you can see, she needs a bit of a depot. She needs a depot. But what I like about this now, this is in Cove, it's of an age now that the depilling is literally into what I call plucking territory, because it's had, and this is what happens with garments like this, is that you get to a point where the depilling becomes very straightforward. So that's where I'm at with that. Haven't even done it. Anywho, that Mahana would look amazing in this. Just so you're aware, I did this one knitted to pattern using a 6mm needle. Having knitted the second one now, and definitely with this Mahana, I would drop my needle size back. I would do this on a 5mm needle. I did it the same size. I don't quite have as much ease in the second one, but there is, as you can see, there's these ease on ease with this. So for me, yeah, it hasn't been a problem at all. So if you're wanting to do a love note or something similar like this in this natural, definitely drop your stitch size back. Now, this is the other thing. I did get like knitting done. So the brother, for those who are regularly watching, I went down, caught up, stayed with the brother. And so I did take the jumper with me. Didn't do any knitting on it, but I did take it with me because I wanted to check the sizing to make sure it was going to fit him, and just popping it up against the back. And by the time I block it, it's going to be utterly mint. And he was delighted. He was so excited to see it. So I'm going to finish that while I'm actually away from tomorrow for a week. I'm back next Wednesday. And so I'm going to finish that while I'm away for him, which will be nice because I'm at this, I've got to do some short rows and a little bit of concentration required, but I'll get that done while I'm away. So I'm really excited about that. But I did do, when I was at the mill, I showed you this on Thursday. I wound off some yarn that was sitting on a tube waiting to go into the Superba, which was the new colour for Highlander Heathers. So what I did do is I went home and I steamed this at home, which is why now this looks lovely and plump and lush. And I did swatch this. This is the Sport, and I have swatched this on a 4mm needle, and it's only because that's the only needle I had free at the time. So that's the reason it's on a 4mm needle. But I just wanted to show you that. I just showed Peter, he's just left. Look at that colour. Is it going to focus? If I put my face behind there, it'll probably do it. There we go. There you go. Look at that. It is a little bit richer in real life, but it is beautiful. The soft little shifts of colour between pink and lilac and a little bit of slight bluey silveryness. It is delicious. Utterly, utterly delicious. I am so thrilled with it. Peter took one look at it. He's delighted with it because he's the one that did all the colour matching for it. So we're utterly thrilled. So as I said, that's going through the process at the moment. Fingers crossed, we will have it in time for Midwinter Stitchmas. So I'm really hoping it will be through balling and we'll have it sort of a little later in the month. But I'm really excited about that. So that is coming. In terms of other promotional stuff, I can let you know there will be something special third weekend in July. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, and it's not anything currently that's online. So it'll be something brand new. So that will be coming, and that will be a weekend promotion, and another little mini packorama, and then we will do individual balls after that, depending on what's left. So that is coming, third weekend in July, something completely brand new. What else have I got coming? Yes, I do have a few other little things up my sleeve, actually. I've got a merino possum yarn too that might come, and with any luck, the merino 100% untreated merino that I was telling you about, the New Zealand grown one. So You've got the Incognito, which is out there at the moment, which is in the Orb twist. This one is a just a standard regular twist, and that's coming out in those roving colours, with the exception of the cromwell. So it is, as I said, I've got the first few colours in there, and it's beautiful. In fact, I've got a single ball. I might take that ball away with me and do a bit of swatching on that while I'm away. So that might come with midwinter Stitchmas, or that could creep over into our Knit August Nights month celebrations in August. So yay, so much excitement. Yay, I'm looking forward to it. Right, I'm going to keep going because I've got a million and one things to get done before I get out of here for the week off. But again, thank you to everybody who came and said hello. And I know I couldn't hardly chat to anyone on Saturday, but it was so good to see you. So you guys have a good rest of week. Obviously, I'm not going to be here on Thursday or Monday. And that means that there'll be no Ethan either, because I won't be here. But I will, he's getting ready for his store opening. He sent me some photos on the weekend. It's going to be amazing. So I will catch up with him probably once he gets opened, and we will do our first cross from Get Flocked. So that will be exciting. And I'm also going to, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, if everything goes according to plan, when I get back Thursday week, Libby will be joining me here from Truly Myrtle, and we've got something to show you as well. If you're in the wardrobe toolbox, you'll know what I'm talking about. So that will probably be next week. I know, it's like so exciting. I love this time of year. All right, I will talk to you again in a little bit. And don't forget, Midwinter Stitchmas is our theme, both on the speakeasy and here in store. Until then, take care.